Just like that.
We here.
Oh,
We ready
well,
to go.
we
Let's
are
get
live.
let's get this car 95. Let's go.
Let's go. All
Pushing
right.
95.
Here we
Mhm.
go. Here we go. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. I am your host, Veronica, back with you on this Tuesday as I try to share this with you guys. Victor, damn it, damn it, boy. White is back with us.
Well, you just want to curse. That's what you want to do.
And after you introduce the team, I'm jumping straight in on you.
On
Ooh.
me?
Watch.
Oh my gosh. Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station. How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great.
I think I'd be feeling better if the team might be feeling better if we got an invitation to Broadway on the beach. I'm just saying, for team.
Yeah. I hate to
I
say
mean,
it, but
was a whole production out there. I was like,
it was. But the sad thing is, I was there last Sunday.
Right, and didn't invite us.
Well, it was a little bit more of a one-on-one kind of thing. So.
Oh.
No, we ain't smoking cigarettes right now. Did the Ferris wheel and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's romantic as hell. Did y'all have cotton candy?
Nah, I ain't doing cotton candy. I'm a diabetic.
Do tell us more.
But I do. We ate dinner.
How about
walked around? Paid? It's nice, huh?
Who paid?
I did.
Ding 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 ding.
That's what I'm talking about. As long as you happy, bro, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
My cousin Pat is on here. She probably smiling ear to ear.
Well, hello everyone. Hey Thomas, Patricia, Lisa. What's going on, Jason? Oh, those city boys. Hey Patricia, both Patricias. How y'all feeling? Hey Karen, so glad that you all are joining us on this Tuesday. We are feeling good. We are here. We are blessed. And tomorrow, baby, let me tell you what's going on tomorrow. It's a girl's birthday tomorrow. I'm low key hype. No, I'm hype. I'm so hype. Like August 10th, baby. Leos are in the house. All my Leos. Let me hear.
Could you put a little 50 Cent on? Could you put a little 50 Cent on, please?
Well,
you ain't got that? Oh, no. Maybe
yeah.
Victor will sing it to you.
Go shorty. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. We're going to pop a party like it's your birthday. You know that we don't give up. It's not your birthday. You can find me in the club.
There you go.
Hey. Yes. So I'm hyped about that. All you Leos out there, we are definitely representing. This is our month. This is our year. Because, Leos take over. So, whatever month it is, we are there. Okay?
How does it feel to be 25? Finally reaching that peak age of maturity. How do you feel?
It feels really good. And I think that's why I'm so hyped, because I'm hitting a milestone. Like well, let's leave that alone.
Okay. As long as you're here and you're smiling and you're feeling great. That's it. Mm-hmm. The new Veronica. You got the new V, because trust me.
The new V.
Yeah.
The new V. Tangy Tea of Life is being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. and Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. B.A. Gary Gym in Darlington, $5 per class. Come get your cardio on, your dance cardio. We have so much fun. Everybody is welcome from any age because all of my routines, anybody can do it. You get a great workout in. You're going to be sweating now. So come on out and have some fun. Big Gary Gym, Wednesdays, 7 p.m., Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. And let me give a shout out to everyone that watches the T. We hit 6,000 followers yesterday. That is a huge deal. And we are so appreciative of all of you that watch the show each and every week. We appreciate you guys. Let me see if I can get some music on. Oh, oh, that's it?
Yeah.
No? Okay. Let me
We
see what
go
else
to
we
the
got.
rain.
Let's leave it. Let's just leave it there. We get a little hype with this. Fatine, since you don't have anything on your end. But we are so appreciative to everyone out there. Yes, we hit 6,000 followers yesterday. There's a little something going on. So we appreciate all of you so much from the bottom of our heart. Thank y'all so much for letting us reach 6,000 followers. That's right. Because we keep it real here on the T. We talk about any and everything. And this is where it goes down each and every Tuesday. And soon we'll be bringing Thursday nights back. But we're just,
I'm enjoying my Thursdays. So.
Yeah, I know you are. I mean, you all deserve it. You've been kicking it with me for all this time. And we wasn't taking any breaks. But, we are here. We're here for the people. Because, our show, we keep it real and we talk about any and everything once again. Hey, Pam, my sister. Hey, Sly. Thank you so much for the stars. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. And once again, please make sure that y'all join us for our Hawaiian Luau party that is coming on August 19th. We want to see all of you there because we're going to have a great time celebrating my birthday. Even though my birthday is tomorrow, we're going to be celebrating my birthday on the 19th. We're going to be celebrating all the Leos coming out on the 19th as well. It's going to take place at the New Writers Clubhouse. I'm taking it back there because that is where things started off for the T. I kicked it off at New Writers Clubhouse, and I'm so shouts out to them for even letting me step foot in the door to get my podcast started. I appreciate them. Thank you, New Writers Clubhouse. They're located 1490 Harrisburg Highway. We want to see all of y'all there. Kicking off 8 p.m. and we're going to have a lot of fun. Once again, it is our Tangy Tea Hawaiian Luau party. Come dress in your flowery shirts, your dresses, your grass skirts, all of that. Come. It's going to be a $100 grand prize for best dressed female and $100 for best male. Best dressed male, that is.
I don't think nobody gonna beat me, even though I'm not in the contest. But anybody who wins will probably be in second place, kind of like the Mets. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only wearing the Yankee shirt because of the Yankees are in mourning because the Mets whipped backside. And to those Atlanta Braves Southern fans, 4 out of 5 this past weekend spanked. I got my Mets shirt right over here. Don't trust out.
So Fatima he'll get his beer. He'll get his little beer at the luau. You know what I'm saying? So
it's free to get in, guys. A free party, and we're giving away money and prizes. Come on.
I got one request.
And have fun.
I got one request.
What's the request?
The DJ has to play one song for you Leos. Okay? And that's Katy Perry. I'm going out of the R&B round for her. Let it roar. Let it roar
That's
for the
right.
Leo. Ah, let it
That's
roar.
right.
There you go.
I like that
I'm,
song.
I'm a music guy, so you know what I'm saying. Hey,
Mm.
listen, can I ask you a question? If I'm overstepping the bounds, you tell me.
Uh-oh.
Are you able to promote something that you're doing at
On the
your radio? Are you able to do it?
it depends on what it is. If it's
You,
something acute.
you're doing a gospel thing. I saw a flyer. So I don't
Yes.
know if you want to promote that. That's something that's coming up,
Oh
right?
yes, that is huge. We made the
Mm-hmm.
announcement yesterday. Let me find the flyer. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
gospel artists that's going to be coming to the SIMT building. Um
Not Shirley Caesar, is it?
no, not Shirley. No.
No, she ain't bringing no.
No,
No.
it's our gospel fest that's going to be going down at the SIMT building October 14th. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Tickets are only $30 for all you gospel lovers out there. Even if you're not a gospel, praise the Lord. Come out and have yourself some fun. Some fun. Come out. Well, you're gonna have fun. Yeah, I guess I can see.
Oh, you gonna have some church in there. Trust me.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. I'm definitely. I'm
Yes.
looking for. I'm looking for a wristband. Hopefully, I can get some backstage stuff.
Listen, we are going to have a great time. It's so many great artists that's coming. We have JoJo Martin. We have, well, featuring Charles Jenkins. My God is awesome. He can move mountains. Oh, don't sing. Okay.
Not with
Uh,
that. Not with that heathen music in the background. You can't do that.
Javante Patton will be there. Let's see, we're going to have our locals. The McDuffie's going to take the stage. The artist Major. We're going to have Lucinda Moore, Kenny Lewis. There's going to be so many artists there. We're going to have a great time. So that is our Gospel Fest coming to the SIMT building October 14th,
You
7 p.m.
hosting?
Mark your calendars.
Yeah, she
Huh?
said. Yeah,
You hosting?
yes she is.
Yes.
Yes she is.
Trey, my brother Trey Nicholson, and myself will be hosting Tara J that
That's
night.
right.
Yeah. So we
We'll
will be
be
the host.
we'll be there.
Vogue.
Oh, I hope y'all be there.
I
Like,
gotta be there. Gotta be there. That's why I brought it up. I just didn't
yes.
want to cause a conflict.
So
Thank
can I
y'all
bring
so much.
a water bottle in
Huh?
the building? Can I bring a water bottle in the building?
I'm gonna bring me some
Uh,
spiked tea.
you know how SIMT have their rules, but hey,
Well, maybe you can sneak my water bottle in.
We gonna get them backstage passes.
yeah, maybe I see what I can do to get y'all some backstage passes
Thank you. Thank you.
and see what I can do.
Oh man.
But thank you, Fatine, for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, we have a lot going on. I am going to my first mud run. I cannot wait for that. That is taking place in September. Going to get all muddy with, and it's only for ladies. This event is ladies only. It's called the Princess Mud Run. I'm so excited for that to get all dirty and
And we can't come to. You know that hypes us men up. We love that mud
uh,
wrestling stuff.
you all are welcome on the sidelines to cheer us on, but you can't participate.
Oh, we don't. That's fine. We don't got to
I'm
participate.
about to send that one out, B.
And it's in Charlotte, but I'm super hyped about that.
Man, we on the road. I'm on the road, boy. I love it. I love it.
We're doing things. All right, so we do have an email letter tonight that we want to get into, and it's pretty
Changy.
yeah, it's pretty serious. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop this music, and we're gonna get into the email letter. So all hearts and minds are clear. Thank you, Rodney, for the stars. Hey, Tim, I see you with them eyes. All right, here we go. So it goes, good evening, Tangy T. First, I would like to say I love you guys. Aw. I try to catch the show every week if I can. Proud of you. Keep up the good work. So I'm going to make this letter short and sweet. And let me say, I read like the first 4 or 5 lines and I stopped because I wanted to read it with you all because I feel like this is a very important letter, and let's get right into it. All right, so I was diagnosed. So I'm going to make this letter short and sweet. I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer last year in November 2021. And I just started dating someone before I got that diagnosis in October 2021. It was a scary moment for me, especially knowing my family had just been through this with my sister. We lost her to breast cancer in 2020. Now I'm now I'm going through it. It was hard telling my family and letting this man I just started dating know about my illness. We only been dating a couple of weeks when I got the diagnosis. I wanted to give him the opportunity to decide whether he wants to be here through it or walk away with no hard feelings. I knew it would be difficult. I knew it would be a difficult journey, but I knew I would be all right with God covering me and family support. I was mentally and emotionally setting myself up to fight this on my own. To my surprise, he stayed. His exact words were, "I'm not going nowhere." He has stayed with me through chemotherapy, surgery, many doctor's appointments, shaving my hair off, and now radiation. I thank God every day for sending him to me. I am blessed in many ways. My question for you all is, would you date someone with an illness?
I should be excluded from this because I have. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's a tough it, it's a tough question. And first off, thank you for your email letter. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Um, you are a brave woman, a strong woman, and we thank God for covering you during this time. And we ask that God will continue to cover you and bless you as you fight this disease. Um, as so many other women are out there and battling breast cancer, prayers are with you all as well. Um, would you date someone with an illness? That's a tough question. I guess going into meeting someone and they are upfront and tell you that they have an illness, that would definitely be a tough choice to make. Um, which will be good if someone were to tell you that they have an illness before, your feelings and stuff get involved. And I think you said that you all been dating a couple weeks, um, before you got diagnosed with breast cancer. Shouts out to your man for sticking by your side. Shouts out to him because that had to be a difficult decision to make. Knowing that he was just getting into this relationship, and I don't even know if it was a relationship. I think you say you guys started talking. So I don't know if you were, just meeting each other. You wasn't in a relationship yet, but shouts out to him because it takes a strong man to stay in a relationship with someone he's just meeting. Let's say that, and sticking by her side, going to doctor's appointments, and sticking by her. Well, she got her hair shaved off and all that. So, um, will I? It depends. Like I said, you have to be a strong person, and if I'm just meeting you and you're telling me that you have an illness, that would be something that I would have to pray on and just ask God to show me. I mean, I will definitely be there for that person. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't be there, through the thick and thin, as he talked to me about, his pains and all the things that he's going through. But I can't really say if I would or wouldn't get into a situation like that. I guess I would have to be in that position to make that decision because that's a tough one. That's a tough one, knowing that you're getting involved with someone and they have an illness and, you know, mm, I don't know. Turning it over to you, Victor. What?
Hell no. No. If we first get to dating and you come up with something like that, I look at it as it's a sign. Like, nah, I don't think I could. And to be honest with you, I don't want nobody to be in my life. If I'm just finding I got an illness and you say you're going to be there with me every step of the way, that means you're going to find out about things about me that I may or may not want you to know. So nah, I mean, I couldn't do it. You know, I commend my man for doing that, but you know, for me to take on a task that heavy that early, nah, I couldn't do it. Putting me back up, I wouldn't want to do it. And I'm not going to sit here and coddle you and say that, you know, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be here every step of the way. I'm be like, you know, hey, I hope everything work out, but maybe a relationship is not what you need to be focusing on, because it might sound selfish, but at the end of the day, you know, you need to focus on you. And for me to give you this, I don't want it to later on down the line, some shit happen and I throw it up in your face like, well, shit, I ain't even knew you, but I was there. So I'm gonna say no. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say no. What's up, bro?
Oh, okay. So, like I said, I've done this. So, I mean, to me, at
We talking
least
about we
I
just
did this.
meeting.
Yeah, I did this. I got to look back, you know. And even though we're not together now, you know, we were together, and I try not to talk about, you know, this individual because don't want to, but this is different in a sense of trying to give a little specific here. So yes, it depends on, you never know who you're going to fall in love with. And when you fall in love with someone and you prosper, I didn't even know that the young lady had an illness at the particular time. And when I found out, I didn't know much about it. And I did, you know, research and this, that, and the other. And then I not only saw her had to battle through the challenges that she had with her illness, I've met a lot of other of her friends and other people. So that's how I got more involved and became an activist. So it comes down to the individual person. Now, what I can say, and I wish this young lady could ask, it could be more specific because I could answer any specific questions. Because I've done it, don't mean everybody can do it. Like Victor said, you have to know what you can and cannot deal with. It gets hard. It gets hard, but I pushed through. And then I had children, not knowing when she got admitted into the hospital, she would walk out of the hospital at sometimes, and not knowing that I would have to possibly be that mommy and daddy to our girls. That didn't happen, and that's good. But there was some tough moments. And I also looked at a motivating factor of how I saw so many single women become mommy and daddy for whatever the circumstance is. So the question is a very simple question. I'm sorry to go around the block, but just to give the young lady just a little bit more to it, it's just up to the individual. And the individual have to understand, because you never know what that road is going to be. And if you can be supportive and give that person the support of dating someone that has an illness, or allowing someone to date you. See, that's another thing Victor said is interesting, because you are getting ready or going through a very invasive time. Cancer is not easy. Stage 1 cancer, for her to go through the radiation and all that, I'm glad that, and I pray her the best. Stage 1 is look like it got caught early, but she lost her sister. So you go through some invasive time. So Victor is right. Sometimes when you are getting ready to go through that, you don't know if the other person can deal with that. And sometimes you just don't have the energy, the time to give that part of you, because you're trying to survive, to go through that. But if two people can come together and be there for one another, it's one of the most supporting and loving things and beneficial things, and especially when you're going through things, because sometimes we need inspiration, we need motivation when we're going through tough times. So for me, sometimes you don't know who you're going to fall in love with, and you have to be honest with yourself. If you can't deal with that, then don't commit. But if you love the person and feel that I'm there from the beginning to the end of that illness, then you know, you just don't know what the road is going to give you. But if you love the person, then go for it.
I feel like, you know, we went from just meeting to extremely serious. So there's no way I would feel, to be honest with you, if I had an illness and I just met somebody and they stuck with me through this illness, I would feel obligated to this person. Whether, no matter what they did, I would always feel like a debt that I can never repay, especially if it was a serious illness. So I don't even want to be put in that situation where somebody feels like they owe me something or I feel like I owe them something. I want it to mutually progress into something long term. But for a short term situation to make our relationship that intense, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a hard, kind of a hard question for me. What you say, Fatih?
It just I listen to, I respect what y'all say, and I too, because it's not, but mine just didn't come hard. It just didn't become hard, I'm talking about on the heels of losing a father, and um, my mom's coming off a nervous breakdown. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard neither. Once you fall in love with somebody at that particular
But
time, it's not
In
hard.
but
weeks,
see, we're not talking about in love. We're
we
talking
ain't
about
in
if you,
love now.
yeah, you just meeting the person. And
Right,
they
but
tell you, well, before we get started, I just want you to know that I'm facing this, I'm facing that.
Well, did we have sex first? That you have to put that on the table. Did we have sex first? Because that if we didn't, then I'm definitely not gonna be there. I'm I'm out.
Say we had sex and the sex was bomb.
I still no.
You'll still make that decision, no.
But I don't really want to speak on that too much, but it's what it is. Yeah.
you know when you this is tough because it's not, when I say it's tough, it's not tough. I see what the Victor's saying, in the beginning. And like I said, I found out still early on. I didn't know right in the beginning, but it was in
But
like
you had already caught
months.
feelings.
I
Your
already had
feelings.
caught feelings. I had caught feelings.
Well, see,
So
that's different because you was already there. You was already in that position where you had feelings for this person. So of course you was going to feel some type of way just to say, "Oh, I'm done." No, your feelings are already involved. So
mhm,
you know, you felt like you needed to be there for that person.
right.
But we're talking about if you're just going into a relationship. Go ahead, Victor.
But why can't you be friends? What if you just going into a relationship? What stops y'all from saying, you know what? Maybe I don't. I don't know. Why, if you care for a person, why do you just stop because of an illness?
So like Cheryl said, it depends on the illness. If you got brain cancer, nah, I'm not. Why would I put myself through a whole bunch of sorrow if I don't have to? You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Stage 1 breast cancer. I'm so glad she caught it when she did. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, it runs in her family, and I'm glad that she was able to catch it when she caught it. But there's certain illnesses like pancreatic cancer. Like, come on, man. There's really no coming back from that. There's so many illnesses out there that I just am not want to put myself through that turmoil. And I would almost kind of question, why are you out here? Now, I'm not talking to her, but if you have a terminal illness, why are you out here trying to meet somebody? Like, to me, that's selfish as hell because, yes, you want to live your supposedly last days, out and go out with a bang. But what about everybody who you leaving behind? Like, you meet me in the club or you meet me in the library or some shit, and you got, stage 4 lung cancer or something, and we kick it off, and then you tell me you got lung cancer. I mean, you put me in a predicament that I don't really want to be in.
But didn't she?
And that
Right.
happened. That I'm sorry. That actually happened to me. I mean, it was this guy. I was at the farmer's market and he tried to holler and then he got into this about he have a brain tumor. He don't know how much longer he have to live and I'm thinking like I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, that's all I could say was but for you to just come out and share that with someone and expect for someone to I
But
mean, I
didn't
don't
she,
want to sound harsh. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
no,
But
but that's not harsh in that situation. But didn't she say that they were talking first before she got this diagnosis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. It's
that's
different.
different for
That's
her
different.
situation. Yeah, but he still had that decision to make if he wanted to stay in it, because she said they've been talking a few weeks before she found out that she was diagnosed. So, you know, it was still a tough decision that he had to make, I'm pretty sure, just weeks being in a relationship and making that decision if he wants to stay with someone, that has stage 1 breast cancer. But once
And
again, shout
stage,
out to him.
yeah. And I'm not gonna sit here and like Victor said, I do know a little bit about it. I'm just being humble about it. But I'll be honest with you, stage 1 breast cancer in the beginning, caught early, going through this here, they're looking to pretty much eradicate this now. It's a lot of other things, so we're just not a medical show. But at the end of the day, this is not stage 3, stage 4. So this is something that honestly they caught early. She's going to go through the radiation and possibly the chemo. Her hair may come out a little bit or come out, but she should be able to recover from stage 1 if there's no other things going on. And they're still together. So it comes down to the individual. It comes down to the individual. It just comes down to the individual.
It's to me, to be honest with you, bro. I really don't think I could do it. I'm not saying I can't and I won't, but me sitting back, knowing the facts. If somebody was to, introduce me to somebody and be like, bro, she got a condition, I'm like, nah. I mean, there's certain conditions that I don't really think I would even want to deal with, And that's the same thing even if someone I was to date had a special needs child. Like, I really don't. I mean, I dated somebody kind of halfway that had a special needs child, and I really thought about it, and I was like, Vic, can you really do that? And I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. It's nothing, no knock against this child. It was just something that a task that I just really didn't.
I mean,
I didn't want to sign up for.
And that was the big thing. That was big of you to make that decision, because you know that you couldn't handle that. But there's many other people that won't bother them. Like, they'll be all in. But it depends
for the wrong reasons.
Or going into it for the wrong reasons.
Now, what Victor just said, I don't want to go down this road, but I'll be honest with you. That special needs child, that's not something that I have the patience for. And then somebody said, well, what happens if that was your child? That's my child. And I don't want to get sad. That's your child, but it's not easy. And because your child is born like with a special need, people will say, well, you're supposed to love your child. It's not always easy to deal with that. It's just not. I don't want to switch the energy here, but Victor did bring up something. You get in a relationship with someone and that person has a special needs child. Now, I've dealt with somebody with an illness, but so when someone with a special needs child that is pretty much going to have to be taken care of through their adult life, I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't.
And the child she was so sweet. Like, she was like, she brought a ray of sunshine. She really did. But it was the other, it was the other side to it. When they're going through their issues, and it's like, I just could not did not want to do it. So, I found my lane, and I exited out that way. So it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But
I just believe in this. Just real quick, Veronica. I believe in if you meet people, and if you care for them, even if you relationship or whatever, it's about support. And even if you can't deal with a commitment, if you care for a person, if you can support them, going to the doctor or whatever and say, listen, this is a bit much for me now, but you're a good person and I don't have a problem supporting you. If you need to drive to the doctor, if you need to be picked up or whatever, because if you have concern about people and you talk about a relationship or going forward, you may say, I might have to put the brakes on the relationship part right now, but I don't have a problem supporting you because that's what friends are for. I keep saying sometimes we look at this two people getting together and jump right into a relationship. What happened to the friendship first? What happened to y'all becoming friends first? And then if it goes to that next level of relationship, it's beautiful. But sometimes we jump into a relationship and don't even know the person and then find out things and you're not even really good friends.
Facts.
Yeah. And then things get a little messy.
A little. Shoot.
But
that's a big fact.
yeah, it is. It is. And I learned that from previous relationships to take my time, you know. But you know what? That's that we ain't even getting in that.
But I think sometimes the older you get, the more you want to rush something because you feel like you ain't got that much time to bond with somebody. Do people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s really want to wait 9, 10, 11 months or 2, 3, 4 years, should I say, to really get to know somebody? It's like, nah, y'all rush straight into, the fun phases. Whereas if you didn't really, communicate with each other to really know, I really don't like your ass. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I don't like you. Me and my cousin just had a conversation about that, just not too about an hour and a half ago. About when you get older, you're right. It depends on what you're looking for, and the bottom line is, one person may be looking for one thing, and another person looking for another thing, but the other person don't want to hurt that person's feeling, but they're not ready for a commitment. So and like me and my cousin said, well, my cousin said to me, and I agree with her, that honesty is the best policy, because the longer you go down that road and you know what you don't want to do, but the other person now is looking to that maybe this is going to happen, you wind up hurting them. Mm-hmm. So transparency is so important, but some of us I hate to use the word good heart. That's not the best way to do it. But some of us are sometimes overly compassionate. I'll just say that, overly compassionate, that we don't want to hurt a person's feeling, but you don't realize you're hurting them in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So be honest. That's especially we grown. Just be honest. Be honest with the situation.
But honesty is not always the best policy, because if you be totally honest with someone all the time, you're going to end up by yourself all the time. Because like I said, no women, it's not really women. I'm going to say just people. People don't like for nobody to be 100% honest, because if you tell somebody exactly how you feel all the time, then you come off as bullish.
Good point.
That's true.
So, I mean, a little lie here and there, or to keep your thoughts to yourself sometimes is always good. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, with me, if I get upset, I shut down. I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to say something that I know I cannot take back. Because whatever comes out of my mouth, I got to stand on that. Mm-hmm. So if I sit here in a heated moment and say something degrading or hurtful to either one of you, no matter what I say, that shit is still in your mind. No matter my actions, no matter what, you still gonna say, well, Vic, you told me I wasn't shit. So no matter what I do.
You heard that, Veronica? You heard what he just called us? Both of us. So how we gonna come to this party? We gonna lock his ass outside after we get that $100, right? Nah, just joking.
Think about it. Think about it in the heated moment. We've been arguing on this show, but neither one of us ever, officially stepped out of pocket with each other. But I'm pretty sure we was all thinking something, but we had enough respect for each other never to say exactly what was on our mind, because we know in the heat of the moment, that's what we were thinking. Mm-hmm. But if we were to say it, that means that we don't have no restraint on our anger, on our mouths, or anything. So basically what I was saying was more important than our relationship. So to me, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Mm-hmm. Cause I wanted to call for Teen all kind of words. And
But
I
you did,
kept it to myself.
and then there's so many things that you could have said that you didn't say. You could have got off the podcast and said, you know what, Fatim, this is it, whatever. But that didn't happen because you knew the longer run we were gonna all come back together, love, laugh, and kiss each other. So
Yeah.
it's what it is, though.
Right. I love that.
That's it.
Oh, Victor.
That's a reservation. Yeah.
That was just on my mind at the moment.
And I tell you,
I don't even know why I said that.
But it was good, Victor. And I'll tell you, a person that is so bullish and say everything on their mind and hurt people. I hate to say this. I know I'm wrong for this, but I probably not only want to say something to them, I want to put a hands on them. I hate to say it like that, but because I think people that don't have no reservation and hurt say everything on their mind and hurt people, then sometimes I just want to see them feel that pain back sometime. So that's reality.
Well, what's the saying? Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You don't believe that, Victor?
I do. Well, I wanted to kind of comment on Tracy. She says, so a lie is okay to tell. Well, what if the person knew they had an illness and lied? Now you done fell in love with them and found out. What happens then? Then let me live on that lie. I mean, that sounds, real evasive. What I'm saying is, but if you lie, if you care about me, protect my feelings. If you care about me, protect my heart. And you also got to protect yourself. So if you know you got an illness and you're out here actively trying to date, then who you lying to, me or yourself? Because if you got a terminal illness and you really out here trying to date, it is what it is. So if you lie to me and we meet and we having all kind of whatever dealings and stuff, and you die on me, let me live on that. Let me bury you on that. Don't ever tell me that our whole relationship was based on a lie. Let me live on that. Let me always remember you based on that, whether it was a lie or not. Because sometimes a lie can be something so beautiful that it becomes the truth.
Now, the GPS is taking us this way, right? But my battery ran dead, so I'm going to make a left turn on this one.
Oh, boy.
So, and I agree. When you start to stand on a lie, you wind up, as Veronica said, hurt people. Lies can bring pain. And when I realize is, look at so many people that have had, I'm going there, sorry, herpes and HIV, just those two sexual transmitted disease. And they didn't tell the person, you understand, for whatever reason. And then the other person catches that and they get sick. See, that's why I'm saying you live your life on principle, because if you don't live your life on principle, you understand what I'm saying? This is how ish come back. I use your word, Veronica. Ish comes back. So you got to be very, very careful out here.
Yeah.
So you talked about a bad lie. Let's talk about a beautiful lie. A beautiful lie. Civil War was based on slavery. They taught us that Civil War, oh man, they would treat the black folks wrong. And they taught people that shit. That was one of the biggest lies that was ever told, that's still being told. That the Civil War was based because the North did not like the South having slaves and they were treating black people wrong. That is a damn lie. But they still gonna live on that lie, and that's a beautiful lie to live on. Even though we know it's not true, but it is what it is.
Why was the Civil War?
It was over money. All wars over money, bro. The South was making money, did not want to pay taxes to the North because the North at the time did not generate money like the South. Now that's one of the reasons. It could have been
Right. We ain't going down that road. I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. But you're right about that. But the money that they were making in the South was due to slavery.
Yes.
That was the problem. Mm-hmm.
So, when it comes back to illnesses, I mean, if you're gonna lie to me or not tell, if you don't tell me, is that really a lie though? I'm gonna ask y'all that. Is that really a lie if you don't tell somebody?
Yes.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on. I think it depends. I hate to say this because it's going to sound kind of crazy, but I think it depends on what kind of illness. And I think someone said it earlier. Like if someone have HIV,
Yeah.
I'm glad you changed that up. But go ahead.
you're right. It'll catch my tongue. I feel like they need to tell that person. For them to hold that lie, that would be messed up.
Yeah, and a lie is deception or deceit. So if you don't tell someone something, that's deceitful because you're not telling them the truth that can cause harm. Now that's interesting. That's interesting because Victor's. I don't think that's the best one, but Victor's saying, is there such thing as a good lie? I agree that there are. There are such things as good lies.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this: if Fatim, this question to you, and Veronica, your question to be a little different. Fatim, you with somebody and they ask you, what made you come up and talk to me? What are you going to tell them?
I'm going to tell them what got me to come up to talk to them.
No matter how superficial it is.
Mm-hmm. You're going to find them. But I'll make it. So if the person, let's make it superficial. They had big boobs and a big butt. Right. So I'm creative. So I ain't gonna come up and say, yo, chest and yo backside. So it was so and so. I'll be like, girl, that top you was wearing and them pants, boy, you was wearing the hell out of them pants. I'm creative with it, but I will be honest about it. But I'll be creative about it.
So Veronica, if a man, if you ask a man that you're dating for a while, why did you come up? And his answer was superficial. How would you feel?
I'd be like, boy, bye. You already telling a lie. So that means that you about lies. So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, if a teen come up to me and be like, girl, you wearing that top and them pants. I'm like, oh, so you going by my body. You looking at my body image.
But that's what attracted me to you first. So that's the first thing that drew me to you.
So
I don't know you.
Months, maybe years down the road, and you sitting back and you sitting on the side of you in the car, and you just you know how y'all women like to come up with these random ass questions out of the universe, like you look over at your mate and say, what made you? Why you say, how did we get here, and what made you come over to me? And he say something superficial like, you were the most beautiful woman in the room or whatever. How would that make you feel? Because we all know y'all like deeper meanings. But if he was saying something superficial, like, you had your pants hiked up in your ass and I like that, you know what I'm saying? How would that make you feel?
I don't know how to take
that. But I'm saying, to be honest, and Fatim can maybe back me up, it could be something so small that we see that nobody else sees that will make you stand out from everybody else.
Yeah, 100. Yes.
Well, I think that happens 99% of the time. That is why we, decide to talk with that person, because it was something about them that stood out from all the rest.
It could have been the way you licked that ice cream cone. Now you may not want to hear that, but that might be it. Damn,
well, I want to hear that. Be honest with me.
Do you really want to hear that, Veronica?
Oh, it was the way I licked the ice cream?
Yeah.
So we sit here at the wedding toast and we say, you know what, Veronica, I love you. I'm so glad you said I could be your husband, but the way you licked that ice cream cone, good Lord. We would have never been here if she just would have ate that ice cream like a regular person, but because you put it down your throat and pulled it back out, and I swear I had to. Come on, man, you ain't want to hear that. You ain't want to hear that. You ain't want to hear that.
Well, you ain't got to tell her at the wedding reception.
I'm just saying.
Now you can tell a little lie at the wedding reception.
Oh, now we telling lies.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know.
So I mean, so how would you feel if you had?
Yeah, damn, I am gonna tell them that, bro. Shoot, you don't know me, bro.
So if you got an illness, and you and your partner together, and then they come to you and they tell you, you know what, I really love you, but if it wasn't for your illness, I probably wouldn't be here. Let's say y'all make it years on down the road, and in a moment of drunken confession, your partner say, if it wasn't for your illness, I probably would have left a while ago, because you may be spitting off at the mouth, the medicine have you all crazy. So how would that make you feel?
That would make me feel horrible.
Even though
what?
Y'all in love.
That should be something that you keep to yourself.
So keep that lie. Or keep the truth and live on a lie. Okay.
Yeah. Because that would be hurtful for someone that's already going through something, battling the disease, and to know that my man would have left me if it wasn't for this disease, like he wouldn't be here. So by you telling me that, that's telling me that you are with me only for that reason. So I definitely would be in my feelings after that.
15?
I thought I was getting to skate. I agree. Some things I agree in life. I've come to the conclusion some things you just don't, tell. Mm-hmm.
So if you say that the illness, so what if the man say, girl, if you couldn't do that certain thing sexually, I leave you.
Bye.
Same thing.
Yeah. I told you, I've been in a group where a guy told in the group, he said, I left a woman because she wouldn't give me no
what?
Anal sex. And it's another, he was like, that's what I want. And if you ain't gonna put that out.
Was I putting it out when we first got together?
No.
Was you getting that when we first got together? Okay, then, so don't expect it now.
Right, exactly. And that's what the guy said. That's why he said he won't make that. I didn't know the guy, but he made that commitment. He got some of the women in our group because we were having an open conversation between men and women, because a lot of times women hear things from their man, but they don't think it's the gospel. They want to hear it from other men. So we had a group session, and this brother came out and said, yo, if you ain't giving me no anal sex, I'm not going to commit. Because if I commit to you or if I commit to you and you do it in the beginning and you don't do it doing this, I'm stepping out. And I'm just telling you what he said.
Well,
that's not
the
me.
most important thing to him. Then good luck with.
I didn't say he was the most important thing. He just said that there was something that drove it. We were talking about relationships and what works and what don't work. And he talked about in his relationship what won't work. That's why it got there.
So you mean to tell me this dude he broke up with this girl because she wouldn't let him run up her dookie?
That's what he said. I don't know. I don't know this guy, bro.
Now,
that's him. Remember, we in our 20s. We in our 20s at that time.
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
That is the ultimate trust. That's how you know somebody trusts you.
Mm.
If a woman let you run up her tail, then I feel like that's trust. But me looking at that, I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
maybe that's the only hope.
Now,
I knew you. You know what? I knew you. I'm about to cut your mic off.
That's like a feather. So you just being tickled.
Look at me say, that might be the only way.
That's the only way.
Well, they say 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
A suppository's bigger than that. Shit.
I knew Veronica was gonna turn that into something. I knew it. I knew she was. Tony, maybe that was the only one.
Now, Tim Johnson saying, I don't know if he's trying to be funny. Lying is good and healthy. Now stop that.
Come on.
I don't think lying is good and healthy. No, I don't think lying is good and healthy. I just think that there's some things that you
should keep to yourself.
You keep to yourself. That's all to it. That's it.
We done sat up in here and talked about, baby, do this make me look fat? Do this make me look good? You said you would say something. I always said, I'm gonna stand on whatever you think look good.
Oh,
because,
I'm gonna tell your ass. You want to know
the whole burnt rice?
You know that thing all up your tail. Stop it.
We ain't going to the burnt rice conversation because that might turn
Please
into something.
No.
But I'm just saying,
I ain't eating no burnt rice.
I feel like a lion, depending on what the subject is good. I got to lie to you. I got to. Because if I ask you how your day was and you sit here telling me, well, I had 4 or 5 guys hit on me and I flirted with 2 of them and one of them opened my door and one of them pumped gas for me. It's like.
We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that.
Nah.
Keep that to yourself.
You got to.
Emily, remember that conversation. Emily was on the show, right, when we was talking about burnt rice?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
get you a rice cooker.
All I know is Fatine will be ready to fight you burn his rice.
Damn right. I ain't eating it. I'm going to teach your ass how to make some rice. That's
I'm going to eat that burn up rice.
Yeah.
I'm going to live on that lie.
You're not going to tell him, right?
Shit.
I know you wouldn't.
My father came home. He's putting that scorched rice in there. He said, Janie, that rice scorched. Sometimes she'll make another pot and she get upset. You going to eat that rice. But he ain't hold his tongue. That rice scorched. Ain't that much love that my father wasn't going to say, if my mother burned that rice, that he going to sit there and eat it. My father wasn't going to do that. And I get that from him. I ain't going to eat no burnt rice.
So switching subjects, which again, how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching this video and it was a mother and she had her daughter in the car and it was time for the father of the child to take the baby. She refused to let him take the little girl without her being in their presence. How do y'all feel about that?
Say that again.
The mother of the child, it was time for the father. It was his weekend, but the mother did not want him to take the child without her being there with them.
Any reason?
He was saying that it was because he no longer was with her, with the mother.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess apparently she wanted to be with him. She wanted the family to be together. So evidently they must have just broken up or whatever. But it was his weekend with the child alone, and she refused to let him be with the child alone.
That's crazy as hell. I mean, that's crazy. But one thing I will not tolerate, if me and my baby mama going, or my children's mother going to meet somewhere to drop the kids off and somebody else is there to pick them up, nah, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't doing that.
No. But that's crazy. I'm the parent. That's my child. And then if there's no court order, because if it's a court order, then she can't impose herself on him. She can't. But if there's no court order, then he has to deal with that in a legal manner so he can get the proper way. Because you ain't going, if we're not together and I want, we agree that it's my weekend or whatever, I don't need you to supervise me.
Yeah.
Especially I'm the kind of father with hands-on father, know how to change a pamper, know how to feed a child and do this and do that, and yeah.
And the baby was fairly young. I mean, she was still in the car seat. She maybe was maybe 6 months, 7 months old, but she refused, and she wanted to be there with them.
What was the outcome?
I don't know. It was a guy. He just started talking about the situation, so I really don't know what happened between the mother and the father. Because he started putting his input in. So, but I didn't watch the entire thing. So, it was just something that I came across, and I was like, well, here's another one. I mean, he's saying because she still wanted to be with him. It could have been something else why she wanted, you know, didn't want to leave the child with him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy how, we get in these situations and you get caught up on a man or a woman, and you just do crazy things. Like, you feel like I think that's a lot of problem with a lot of relationships, when it comes to the kids. You don't want to move on because of the kids, and then the kids be in the middle of it, and they end up, seeing things and hearing things that they shouldn't, and it's just sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Veronica and Victor, I never got Victor's piece on this, but Victor sent out a thing. I don't know if he just sent it to me,
mhm.
but I'll put this out there, and I'm gonna tell you folks now, I am compassionate and I'm sensitive, but he sent out a thing about, and it's interesting, about a woman that was 600 pounds,
Oh yeah.
and she can never not be hungry. So I don't know the whole story. The husband was there. He was supportive. He not only supported her to help her up and this, that, and the other, he also fed her what she wanted to eat. My question is that if, for, please hear what I'm saying. If there's no gland problem, there's no, you understand? I didn't meet you at 400 pounds, but I met you at a decent size, 150, 60 pounds. I just use that as the weight. And then you eat yourself into 400 pounds.
She was
You
sick,
did that to
right?
yourself. You did that to yourself. And my question is, am I obligated to not only not be there or assist you? Because what I'm saying is, you knew once you got to 250, there was a problem. If
think
you
it
Okay.
was
overate
250.
yourself into that, I'm not talking about sickness, y'all. If you
What about
do
I
the,
had your kids?
I don't give a damn. You do that to yourself, and now you cause pain to the kids, me, and yourself.
I carried your
That's
kids
it.
for 9 months, and
I
I
don't
gained
give
this
a
weight
no. You ain't
because
gained
I
those
carried all
400,
these
500
kids.
pounds.
I carried all these kids for you,
Yep.
and now I got this weight on me, and now it's a problem.
You breastfeed, and that help get that weight off you. And you walk around the track, you do something, but you eat yourself every time you turn around. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And you eating 6 and 8 slices of bread and 8 pieces of bacon and 8 eggs. That's a problem.
Are you cooking it for me?
I
But you
cooking.
know what? I don't think Veronica. I don't think you watched that whole clip on how
I did.
bad she was,
Mm-hmm.
because she couldn't walk down the hotel lobby. He had to put her on the little luggage thing and
Yeah,
push
I
her in
saw
the
that.
door.
Yep.
So if you notice, it was a lot of stress on him, because not only did not work, she became one of the children, because he had to cook for her and take care of her, as well as the kids, and work. And don't you remember when he was about to leave to go to work, he had to make sure she had snacks packed in the refrigerator. And I'm like, bro, he is doing the most. But some people say he was harsh, but he was being supportive in his way, because my man is tired.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was how he was talking was like
Not only do
hilarious.
I have
But
to tend to you, if I want some satisfaction or some gratification or anything, I got to lift your big ass up to get some. I'm tired. I'm already tired from working. Now I got to hold up 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds
You want some
to
or not?
get something, and you probably complaining or snacking on a biscuit while I'm pumping my ass off back there. Nah, I'm good. I don't know.
I'm snacking on a biscuit while you.
You on a biscuit with gravy or whatever. I mean, and the thing is I really feel like I watch that show a lot. I watch 600 Pound Life, and I see that these people really have an illness, and that is an illness that I don't think I could want to really deal with.
Yeah. And
It is an illness.
Yeah, Emily said she said that's gluttony, that's a shame. And what I'm saying is what Victor said is I think it's twofold. If you wasn't 100 and you wasn't 400 or 500 pounds, but you continue to not be able to push yourself away from this table and just to keep doing this, and you wasn't like that in the beginning. Now it could be depression or whatever, but once you see this, you go to your doctor's going to tell you, listen, so and so for teen, you're so and so. I got up to 295, 296. People used to say, oh, for teen, you tall, you carry your weight well. That was for my ego. I looked myself in the mirror. I saw that when I was wearing 3X shirts and pulling shirts out here like this, something was wrong. I knew I had to get it together. Because it wasn't healthy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know, a lot of men can sit around and talk about how these women getting big and, you know, this and that, or they need to lose weight and blah, 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 blah. Look at that stomach. But yet, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Are y'all saying, hey, babe, let's go to the gym together? Hey, let's do this. Maybe we shouldn't buy this no more. Let's not buy any more sodas for the house. Let's not buy all this bread, you know, for
cause an argument, Veronica. It causes an argument. I want to eat that. And you just like Victor said, you get tired because when you offer these things and then you say, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then you trying to get up in the morning, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. After a while, you just say, F it.
That's when you really, you really have to push your significant other. You have to push them.
So what Emily said, Emily says gluttony, that's a shame. That's so it kind of triggered me to look up the other ones, lust, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. So we focusing on her because we can see her gluttony. But some of us or some people who have lust in their heart, you don't see that as much. You know what I'm saying? Pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed. And we all know greed is a big one. You might not see somebody being greedy, but I'm going to just leave that alone. So I get it. It's easy for us to say, gluttony because we're talking about food, but gluttony don't necessarily always mean, you picking yourself out on food. People who drink sodas and tea all the time, to me, that's the same thing. It's an overindulgence or overconsumption of anything. Cigarettes, weed, marijuana, alcohol, that's all gluttony.
Gambling, things that I'll speak to. I'll speak to. Matter of fact, tomorrow is your birthday, but tomorrow I said I would give it a year. But I said I would give it a whole year. But tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary that I took my last narcotic pain pill that I became addicted to over the years. And I want to give it a year because I said I was going to start speaking out against that because it's not easy to face that you're addicted to something and then have to go through withdrawal and have to deal with the temptation and it's real and I'm not going to run from it. And I didn't run from it when because I opened up to my friend. Tomorrow will be a year when I opened up to my friend Val and told her, and then it was a domino effect. I told my cousin, then I told my doctor. And, and I think that I'm a better person today. Same thing with gambling. I've made money. I hit the number for 10,000 before here and that, but it got out of hand. I became addicted to that. I don't do it today. So it's things that sometimes we have to work on ourselves. That's why when we say sometimes we're not ready for a relationship, because we're working on us, because we see us. If we take that song "Man in the Mirror" or what, Michael Jackson, you sometimes got to look at yourself. Sometimes we're looking at so many people in a relationship. This is she doing this, she doing that, she doing that. But what are you doing? Or if you break up, don't worry about that person no more from that perspective. You worry about making yourself better and looking yourself in the mirror. And if I could be a better example for other people, including myself, that's what I'm going to do.
And not even on relationships, on the relationship level. Like, I was speaking to someone yesterday about how they need to start doing for themselves, because they always doing for other people, their parents, their children, their other family members, but never taking time for themselves. And I said to them, like, you have to find ways to make you happy.
That's
Like, you
right.
can't just continue making other people happy. That's not why you've been brought on this earth. God put us here to enjoy life, not to put us on the back burner. Like, we have to love ourselves, and we have to do things for us. It's okay to of course, to help other people, to help your parents, your kids, and you know what I'm saying. But we have to step back, because sometimes that can get over. You can start losing it when you can lose yourself, and because you're doing too much for others and not for yourself. You're not enjoying life.
I'm glad that you said that, Veronica, because this is a tough course here. Is that you hit a nail on the head? Sometimes we are overindulging, meaning that we're working, we're doing this, we're trying to help other people go through their stresses and whatever, that it puts stress on us. That causes us to wind up doing things that are not cool. But we try to mask it. You understand? Because we don't want to put it on the other person, but sometimes it's just too much. That's why we talk about mental anguish. I know Victor don't like to go down that road too much, but it's you got to realize that if it's too much on you, that's causing you to get out of character of yourself, then you got to do something about it. I can't tell you what it is, but you got to do something about it. Because a lot of times we make decisions, and I look back in hindsight. I'll use myself as an example. I won't throw this. Look at me. I've made decisions that may not have been the greatest decision, but if I look back and being honest with myself, it was because of other stresses there. That's all to it.
Exactly.
It was other stresses, and I'm not saying that I still made the final decision to make that. So I got to live with it. But there was other things. There was a domino effect that caused this. And I'm trying to be Superman and wear this S on the chest because I'm a man. And I'll be honest with you, and I don't want to give into it because of my ego. But damn, it was a bit too much. And now I'm my outlet is something else that may not be good.
Now that that was good, because we do fall in that trap sometimes.
Yep. Emily wrote us a paragraph. I'll read it here. Emily Betty Watson wrote, write too much of anything is harmful. And if you love someone, you shouldn't let them keep going down that road. And you definitely should do your due diligence to yourself to not let that bring you down. And sometimes you got to walk away. You can only lead the horse to the water. And you know what that means. You can't make that horse drink.
Sometimes you have to just simply say no.
Yes.
You don't have to be mean about it. Sometimes you just have to tell people, no, I can't. I can't do no more.
Well, humans don't like the word no now. Boy, we hate that word, especially women. No?
Depends on what you're saying no about.
You see what I mean? No is no, ain't it?
We don't like it neither. You come in here and want to hike something up? No.
Well, see, there's certain things you should never tell someone no to.
What?
And tail is one of them. You ain't supposed to hold back no tail.
You hold back.
Yep, there you go.
Oh man, what's the final thoughts on this?
Oh, what?
Dang, a little early,
Final
ain't it? But final thoughts on this letter?
P.
I already answered it. She asked the question, would you date someone with an illness? And I've done it, and um, I can do it, but that don't mean I would do it every time. But I've done it before. I can do it, but
Going into
yeah, I mean, I'm looking. Yeah, it just depends. I don't want to just say it depends on what it is. It definitely depends on what it is and where you're at in that stage. I'm older now, and I'm looking at where I'm at in life and what I can give and what I got to deal with myself. So, if I had to run like I ran in my 20s, 30s, and what I had to run like that, I couldn't do that. I don't think I can't do that now. I can't do what I did before. I'm not that same person. So what I was willing to sacrifice and give up, I was stronger. I was willing, but at this stage of my life, I don't know if I want to totally sacrifice that, knowing that at the beginning, even though I've done it before and I could possibly, but now it wouldn't come as easy as that decision back then.
right.
So it depends on where you're at.
Before your final thoughts, Victor, do you mind if we get Tony's response?
Go ahead. I was just reading that.
So I don't even know if I can get all of it because okay, so it says, hey Tony, Dr. Love.
Hey, I got it. I got it
So
all. I think
I
that.
will so I was not going to respond, but I for one understand both sides. I was an excellent athlete, great condition for decades, but made some life decisions. Death suffered from depression, was too ashamed to talk to my friends, even my best friend, Brother Fatine, and put on weight. Weight is not always food because I was never a great, huge eater. But man, depression and black men is real. Today, I'm fighting weight to get a knee replacement, not worried about a relationship or marriage. This is, and I can't see the rest.
I'll
Um,
continue. This is for me. I want everyone to understand. Black men need to accept when we're going through depression. I was too ashamed to tell anyone, and it's interesting because Tony was there for me when I was going through my tough time last year. He's been there before that. You understand? And we talked the other night, and I'm supportive to my brother, my best friend, because it's not easy. And yes, depression is a mother, and we have pride. And Tony he has not only an ego but pride, and a lot of us men have that.
Mhm.
Understand? And a lot of times we don't want to admit a weakness, but depression is real, and depression will cause you to do a lot of different things. That's why sometimes when we see this, that's why it's good to get help when you can. But it's a tough road, but I'm gonna support my brother the best way I can.
Right.
and I mean, I get it. I've been depressed before, but I also understood that this is something temporary. Nothing is forever but death. So I really feel like, you know, some people can shake it and some people need help shaking it. And I get that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was extremely depressed at one point in time in my life, but I knew what was happening and I was able to kind of maneuver out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the things that fell into place helped me or, it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And kudos to him.
Yes. Exactly. Thank you, Tony Love. Um, Victor, your final thoughts.
I ain't doing it. I going into it early on. Um, it may come off as harsh, it may come off as whatever, but I can't sit here and actively say and look a woman in her face and say, I'm gonna be here for you, baby. You know, and we a month into it. I can't do that. I wouldn't even play with you like that. I wouldn't even play with myself like that. So now, I commend their relationship. You know, they're going strong. I wish them the best. I hope her condition is improved. But if that was me, nah. That early on, no, I couldn't do it. I'd have to find my my way out.
Well, you know what?
What?
Oh gosh. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, I would have to be in that situation to actually respond to that. But I know for sure that I will be there for that person, whenever, he want to talk, or, he need a shoulder to lean on or cry on, or he want to talk. Like, I will be that person.
Or some
But
tail. I'm sick. I need some tail.
I didn't say I was gonna give you any tail.
Well, then
I
you can
said I'll
send
be
your
there
ass over
for
there.
you.
Then you keep all that sympathy. But T, what make you feel better other than tail?
Money.
Sympathy.
And we know y'all ain't giving up none of that. We know that. So
if it ain't no money, then it got to be some honey.
A woman to give up some tail before she give up some cash. I know that.
You need $40. You need $40.
Yeah, you'll give up the 40 then, huh? But y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. Before she give up some cash, she'll let you tap that thing a few times. But she ain't giving up the one woman is not giving up that money.
Tap that thing.
Anywho, thank you to the young lady that wrote the letter. We appreciate you for your honesty and sharing your story with us.
And prayers to you.
Yes, once again, we're praying for you, and that you will have a full recovery. And kudos to your man. But I'm just a strong believer, and I know Fatine probably gonna not, agree with me, but I'm a strong believer that God places, excuse me, God places everyone in someone's life for a reason, and it was a reason right before your sickness that this man was placed in your life. I strongly believe that. Yes, Victor.
I'm just saying the devil got powers too now.
That's true. That's true. But you want to look at the bright side of it, because he's there for her. He's standing by her. So I'm going with the brighter picture. Um, and I'm not even gonna go down that road. But yeah, I mean, I do believe that it's a reason that God places people in your life, whether it's be for the show you something. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say something bad, but for you to wake up, maybe that person is there to show you something in that light. I don't, but I just feel like everybody is placed in a person's life for a reason, and whether they stay 2 weeks or 2 years, there's a reason why you came in contact with that person.
So just go ahead and read the song, the moment, season, and lifetime. So sometimes it's a moment a person's in your life. Sometimes it's a season, and then sometimes it's a lifetime.
Right.
So I just need to know this, V. You in a 2-year committed relationship, and Mr. Sledgehammer walk out the door with his gray jogging pants on, with no sweat, with no shirt on. Who placed him in your path? I just need to know who put him right there.
If Tina ain't have to argue this one tonight.
It was the blood of Jesus.
Oh, so Jesus
sent you Sledgehammer. Okay.
So Mr. Sledgehammer coming out the Exxon station with no dogs on shit, just doing this right here. And he got on that Creed cologne and with no shirt on. and he say, "Excuse me, beautiful, how you doing?" Hey, and his voice deeper than most of these women running around here. You know what I'm saying? I, who, hey, long flowing hair, whatever locks, whatever hairstyle you like. Good teeth,
Clean cut.
good teeth,
Definitely.
clean nails. But you in a 5-6 year relationship. Who put him right there as you walking in the door? I just need to know. Because Jesus wouldn't do that.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
For one, I'm not even looking. I'm thinking
you gotta look because you don't want to miss your blessing.
About my man.
You don't want to miss your blessing.
So you think about your man sitting on the couch with a coffee stain on his shirt
and a beer belly and a beer belly out there.
A beer belly.
Oh.
And he got a half a donkey stain in his drawers. With Mitch
and he's waiting for you to get home.
And you sitting here. Come on, man. And you going home to that. As soon as you walk in the door, he burped. So come on, man.
Hopefully I won't be going home to that. But I'm just saying.
So you tell me the sweet baby Jesus, the good Lord, gave you the beer belly man. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even looking. Eyes are for only one. I may peek.
Oh, you a peek. Okay.
Leave me alone. Thomas, to my stop it, Veronica.
They say, don't stop me, Veronica. We a whole church in here. They say God send messages and prophets and this, that, and other. He don't send up in the Bible, every person that came to a person wasn't, I don't think it was just sent there. I just think that we all got, if you believe, we all got God in us. We all have that yin and the yang. We always could choose between this and that. So I think that we all got the positive and the negative. And I think that the godly that comes in a person that crosses your path, you can learn from them. I don't think God just sets them there. Boom. It's the God that we just put so much on God that
I just feel like everybody is in your life for a reason.
And that could be true, but I don't think it's God put them there. I just think that they could be there for a reason, and you can learn from that. And I think it's godly. It's godly, but I don't think God puts them in their life. Oh, I'm going to make sure that this person gets off this bus at this time and they cross Veronica's path. It don't work like that.
I do feel like, well.
Nah, we gonna argue. Me and Veronica have a good blowout in a while. So we need some
God
more ratings.
Put people in our lives, but God don't put everybody in our lives.
Yeah, Victor said that before.
Sometimes we force people in our lives.
Oh,
we let people force themselves into our lives.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you said it right. No, you said it right, but you said it right. It's both ways. You said it right, Veronica.
Yeah, it's definitely both ways.
You said it right.
Patricia said, Veronica, keep your eyes stayed on thee. That's right, Patricia.
And who is thee?
Yep,
my man at home.
Oh, okay, because if you say keep it.
With the tighty whities on, but he got a hole in the butt part on where he been scratched.
No, he's not gonna have on drawers at all. But negative.
Yeah, just like my man walk out. You gonna get home. Why you ain't got on your sweatpants? You go home and create an argument.
You know what? I'm done. But thank you so much once again, ma'am, for writing your letter. We're praying for you. And we know that God is powerful and he hears prayers. And he says where 2 or 3 are gathered together. And we're definitely going to be praying for you. But
let the left and the right come together like butt cheeks.
Look, God made butt cheeks too.
What? Oh gosh. All right. Tangy Tea of Life is brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. to Big Gary Gym. Dance cardio. We work with weights, dumbbells. We get it in. We have a great time. So if you've never been out, please join us. And you won't be disappointed. $5 a class. Come out, and my ladies that come to class, definitely I see the results and I tell them that. You getting a full body workout with dance cardio. So come on out and have yourself some fun. Don't forget.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
before I want to talk to your class, I see y'all little photos. Y'all starting to get a lot of attitude in these doggone pictures and videos. Y'all need to doggone sit down some way. Well, not really sit down, but I see it's a whole lot of hips poking out now and a whole lot of shoulder action. I see y'all.
Right.
I
They are
see
so
y'all.
confident in themselves now,
Hey,
right?
I commend y'all, but y'all be to see.
Even
All
even
right
got
now.
the even got the
Listen,
children out there doing
Yeah,
stuff.
they
I
out there doing
know.
all that too.
So cute. Listen, I love it. I love every moment of what I do. I'm so grateful. And these ladies, they work hard. And the men that come out as well, because I have men that come out, both classes. And everybody is just, I'm loving it. And from the ones that started coming and they come faithfully, you can see the change in the attitude, like you say, Victor. You can see the change. You can see the confidence that they build up since coming to class. And I'm so grateful that they're enjoying it. I'm grateful that they are getting what they need out of the class. And I tell them, I definitely see the results. Like right now we're doing this challenge, so it's not only about in the gym. Like, we do stuff, to motivate each other outside the gym as well. And I'm so grateful for and once again, and I say I'm grateful for who God placed in my life and coming to my classes, and who's going to be coming to my classes. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So for those of you who are on here that come to class, keep doing great things, because it's definitely working. And for those of you who are planning to come to class, welcome. My class is a judge-free zone. We have fun. Everybody is, we motivate each other in class, and it's just we have fun while working out. Let me say that. And
Hey,
don't forget. Go ahead, Victor.
I want to say one more thing. Y'all started off taking pictures and y'all was all bunched together. Now you got to get a wide angle. Them girls like, girl, look at this. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, so I see that and I commend you and I commend everybody in your class for the progress.
Thank
Whether
you.
you don't see it, not me and you, I'm talking to your class. Whether you see it or not, the rest of the world, we see your progress. So keep it
Exactly.
up, everybody in your class.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot. And I know they appreciate it as well. Thank y'all so much. August 19th is going down, and I can't wait. August 19th, 8 p.m., adult style. This is a Hawaiian luau party
Grass
at
skirts.
the New Riders Clubhouse. I'm so excited about this event. I want everyone to come out. It's free to come. It's free to enter. We just want you to come out and just have a good time. So much is going on in the world, and I just want everybody to just come out and just enjoy themselves, have a good time. Music is going to be playing. We're going to have the clubhouse going to be, selling wings, and if you drink, just have yourself a good time. Come out and enjoy this adult atmosphere that we're going to put on. I'm so excited for that. $100 going to be given away from Victor for best dressed female. $100 going to be given out from Fatine for best dressed male. So not only are you getting in a party for free, but you could possibly walk away with $100. So I know my ladies from my class gonna be there, and all of our friends gonna be there, and we're gonna show out. We're gonna have a good time. So
Maybe I can I sell some stuff there? Maybe I could bring some products out for the women, like the rolls or something. Maybe I could sell that.
Oh
I can make
shit.
make some money.
no,
No, oh, I thought you was gonna say I could.
All right now, so then that means Wanda can't show up.
See?
Wanda, go man. Yeah. Hopefully Wanda be out there. Hopefully she can make it. But Yeah. So come on out. August 19th. We want to see all of your faces there. Come out in your Hawaiian attire, like the one behind Victor, his flowery shirts. Yes. Yeah, just come out and have yourself a great time. That's what it's all gonna be about. It's just having a good time. We thank y'all for supporting the tea, and we just want to, do something for you all in return. Um, yes, Thomas. I was just getting ready to say that. You know what? Thomas' grandmother celebrated 100 years today. That is a huge deal. And she's a Leo. It don't get no better.
Oh my
100
God.
years old.
One
Please
out of
tell
two
your
is not.
grandmother, Tangy Tea of Life, everyone from Tangy Tea of Life said, happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
May God continue to bless her. That is such a blessing.
Yes.
100 years. That's a blessing. It's truly a blessing.
Seen a lot. She's seen a lot. You think back
Yes.
in 100 years, she's seen a lot.
Mm-hmm. Woo, that's a
Almost
blessing.
every major war.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And yes,
Depression.
Thomas, my birthday is tomorrow. I'm super excited. Oh, what do you guys have
Breakfast in the
planned for
bed.
me? What do you got
Breakfast.
planned?
You got breakfast in the bed tomorrow?
So, what do you guys have planned for me?
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Cash App, $ hip hop fitness. So, if y'all want to spread
We want to spread what?
a little cheer,
Oh.
I know Victor was gonna look like that. You know how people be putting they posts and they put their Cash App. I'm just saying. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, that is truly a blessing, Thomas. But we're gonna wrap it up right here.
We gonna
Thank
what?
y'all once again.
Go
Well,
We gonna what?
we're gonna slide out of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank y'all for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate y'all for leaving all your comments. We know tonight's show was a little different. We do get deep in, you know, well, you,
I don't know how deep we get, but that's another story.
things are not always about booty shaking, and you know what I'm saying. This is the tea. We talk about any and everything. So just saying, don't be surprised if what we talk about on this show. And tonight was a heavy conversation. Um, so you know, but Emily, right? That's what I said. Thank you so much, Miss Rosa. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all so much. Thank you. All right. Yeah, sure. We probably helped her today. Yeah. Unlike the other nights. But guys, God willing, we will see you all next Tuesday on the show. And then that Friday, the 19th, we're gonna come out and we're gonna party. All right. So thank y'all once again for hanging out with us on this Tuesday. We appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great night. And until next time, we will talk to you then.
Buenas noches.